guys, welcome to the Mischief. I'm the Crafty Rat. Right, so today I'm using an resin mould versus a Temu mould. Well, it's not a comparison, it's just I'm doing the same thing kinda on both moulds. So I figured I might as well get it done. Now, I have done this mould once before. I've only just recently got it. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if the video for this is going to go out or not, because the hard drive where all the videos are stored got corrupted or what have you, and he's still trying to figure out a lot of the files that were on there, so I don't know if he's managed to recover this one or not. So you may or may not have seen it. It was a disaster. Just a bit of backstory on that one. Not that you guys need to know, but you're going to get it anyway. I did mixed up my resin, standard resin, did not put it through my degasser because I was going to put it into my pressure pot. The pressure pot kind of failed. It wasn't level, so it started leaking all over. So I managed to get it out to recover it, but you get the idea. I mean, I've had resin with bubbles in before, but this was something else. Yeah. And with an expensive mould like this, I was a little bit annoyed, to say the least. So anyway, I'm doing it again. But this time, I am using deep pour.
The vacuum chamber.
The vacuum chamber and the pressure pot. So I'm going to make sure this has no bubbles in it. So I'm using Resin deep pour. I've got quite a lot of this. I've still got about 6 litres worth because I rarely use deep pour, and I really do need to use deep pour more often, at least just to get rid of it. So I'm doing this to try and get no bubbles. Don't normally care about bubbles too much, but should I show them? Yeah. Yeah, just the bubbles. If you look in there, all you can see are bubbles. Yeah. So I'm doing that one anyway, and I got this from Temu, and bless you, chicken. That was my youngest sneezing. It's I believe it's a swan with a rose on it. So this has got a rose on it, and this has got a rose on it, so I'm basically doing the same thing. And since it is a little bit deeper, use deep pour, get it out of the way, hey ho, there you go. So that's the plan for today. Should be super straightforward. So what I'm using is Resin Chameleon Powder Magenta for the rose on both. And for the greenery, I'm using this Beko. I got it from Temu like 2, maybe 3 years ago. It was a long time ago. And it's absolutely amazing, is this stuff. So this is a completely matte mould. The rose on this is matte. But all you guys know, if you've been with me a while, I really love matte moulds, so that's not a problem. For anyone new, I love matte moulds. Don't get me wrong, I prefer shiny moulds. I absolutely love shiny moulds, but matte moulds for me, yeah, they don't bother me. So I'm trying to figure out how much resin I'm going to use. That's the question.
Probably less than your pour.
Yeah, so this one takes about 220 grams, therefore that's going to be about 200 to 210 mils. This one I have absolutely no idea. So whilst I'm painting on the or burnishing on the powders, I will figure that one out. So I think what I'll do is I'll pause the camera and get these out of the wrappers so you don't have to put up with Chris's hold music. So I'll be right back. Right, so they're out. So this one I'm not entirely sure where all the greenery is. And I can't check Temu because that's on this phone that I'm recording on, otherwise known as my Temu phone. Those who know, know. So I'm just going to get straight on with this. I don't think there's a great deal to talk about. Yeah, so I think it's just going to be a case of Chris's zoomies. So I shall get straight on with it.
She's got paint on her fingers, coffee ring on the bench, little shop on the corner smells like rain and peppermint. They call her the Crafty Rat, laughing as she twists her hair, tucks a red rose by her ear, glitter dust hanging in the air. Oh, the crafty rat with a rose in her hair turns a slow day sweet with a sparkly flare. Pours a little hope in every tiny dish, shining like a wish. Oh, it's almost foolish how she takes this life, makes it swirl and swish into resin molds, quite delish. There's a swan by the window, porcelain chipped at the wing. She says that's where the magic leaks every time the church bells ring. Diamond specks on her apron, sunlight dancing where they hit, little flowers in a circle, and she smiles, just wait a bit. Oh, the crafty rat with a rose in her hair turns a slow day sweet with a sparkly flare. Pours a little hope in every tiny dish, shining like a wish. Oh, it's almost foolish how she takes this life, makes it swirl and swish into resin molds, quite delish. Some folks chase gold in the ground, she finds it right here in this town, in every shimmer, every bloom, on that cluttered table in her room. Oh yeah, a crafty rat with a rose in her hair turns a slow day sweet with a sparkly flare. Pours a little hope in every tiny dish, shining like a wish. Oh, it's almost foolish how she takes this life, makes it swirl and swish into resin molds, quite delish. Yeah, she takes this life, gives it one more twist.
Right, so it's been 2.5 days, nearly 3 days. Deep pour, degasser, and vacuum chamber. So, hope on vacuum chamber, pressure pot. So, these have cured. I am hoping it's worked. But of course, I need to get my lovely little ratties out. I need to make a green one of these because Ella wants one. She went and started nicking all my little rats yesterday. I'm not sure if it's this mould that's knacked. Pardon the language. I think this mould I might not be able to use that one because every time it has weird things on its ears. However, I've got one good rat. This is just a plain black pot. I do love this mould. Chris, did you say you found another one of these moulds yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is yet again trying to sort some of my craft room. He's managed to get quite a lot done, actually. Although, most of my moulds, how many? There's 3 huge boxes. What literage boxes are them?
80, I think. Well, the black one's 80.
Yeah. Huge boxes. Plus a load of smaller ones. Completely chock-a-block full of moulds. I really do love this mould. It's so pretty and so sweet. Right, so I'm going to demould this first. This bit here, I'm not sure. Yeah, might try and get that out somehow. It's a bit thicker than I expected, but oh, I missed the leaf there, but I love that.
Nibbles.
That has turned out really well. Chris, do you think you'll be able to get that bit off? I love that. Right, now for the main deal. So I'm going to get the body out first.
Yeah, I should be able to cut that out.
So I have got my gloves on because once I've demoulded this, I do have another project to do, which uses UV, hence the black gloves. So since I don't want to damage this mould, that is really pretty, and I can't. It is. I've got to admit, it is really hard to tell if there are any bubbles, especially when using black. On my clear one, you could see, but that is. Can you see the sparkle? So sparkly. Right, so I think, fingers crossed, that part's turned out. Now this one's going to be the big question. There are weird scratches on the inside of that. Is that the mould?
Must be.
Yeah? Okay, so that's the mould. That's a little bit annoying. I'm actually really annoyed about that, but anyway. That is gorgeous. Doesn't fit in properly. Oh, I'm just coming up with
You're just criticising it now.
yeah, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. I am a bit bummed about the inside of the lid, but that's really pretty. Where's my... Oh, let's put it there. So yeah, Chris is going to cut this middle bit out somehow. Well, I absolutely love this. So I did know it was a matte mould, but I absolutely love matte mould, so that's not an issue. The underside of that is very disappointing with the scratches. However, it is the underside. That is beautiful. And I'm glad I did it like that. So, is this video a success or a failure? I think it's a success. Woohoo! So, right. Super straightforward. Nothing uber fancy with this. Other than the machines that I use to try and make it as bubble free as possible. It's alright. Let me know what you guys think. I want to do this again. I want to try it with a clear resin, I think. Or at least a clearer resin. Just to see how much of an effect that will have. Because, yeah. But I mean, other than that, and me trying to criticise things the way that I always do. Yeah, I quite like these. Right, so for my subscribers, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. The support that I get is absolutely amazing, especially at the moment because I do have quite a lot of imposter syndrome. You know, always thinking my stuff's not good enough, regardless of what Chris says and my kids. So, you know, the support I get from you guys is absolutely amazing. To those who are not subscribed, click the button below. It's completely free. Also, click the notification bell. I do have videos going out twice a week on a Tuesday and Friday, plus additional ones. Of course, when technology allows us. So, but if you click the notification bell, you'll get told when they're going out. And just wait for the incoming glamour shots. So thank you for joining. Please check out the description. There are links to discounts. I'm affiliated. We do have an affiliate link for Resin, don't we?
Yes.
Yep. Chris is going to put that up here now. Go and save yourself some money. And I shall catch you for the next video. Bye, guys.
In a little shed by the railroad track, she's turning nothing into something that lasts. Resin pours like a flowing dream under the glow of a dim kerosene. Glitter jars and colors so stark shimmer like stars in the deep dark park. Her hands stained with the art she weaves